What's up, Men's Physique fans? We are back with another video, and it's safe to say the 2024 season is off to one hell of a start. We have the Charlotte Pro taking place this weekend. We have some updates from some of the top contenders stepping on stage come Saturday. And we have some drama taking place in the early 2024 season. On the very first episode of Coach's Corner, Benquil, the host of Coach's Corner, and Clarence McSpadden were going at it. And we have a wager on whether or not who can beat who. And we're gonna give you guys a full breakdown on how that conversation started, how it ended, and how it escalated. So let's sit back, relax, and enjoy this video.
Grapevine, but I ain't hearing nothing great. No, they wanna take it all from me, so I give what it takes. Whole life been a miracle, seen everything but a cape. Why would I stop now? Found everything on a journey, but another way. Look.
Okay, so let me first break down kind of what we just saw and how it escalated to that point. So in every episode of Coach's Corner, the host as well as each guest will give their top predictions of any show. And for this specific show, there tended to be a top 3 consensus of the athletes who were going to be fighting for that top spot. Now, from my understanding on why Clarence was upset, because closer to the end of Coach's Corner, after Clarence was making comments in the actual comment of the live, is when then Ben changed his top 3 to leave Clarence out and put his client Dustin Alvarez, which, let me take a second. Dustin looks absolutely amazing. He placed 4th at the Charlotte Pro last year, and if he follows that trend, he'll likely get better. But again, he looks phenomenal, and I'm excited to see where he places and also how he improves from last season. But that's a moot point. So when Clarence then joined the live, that's when things started to get a little bit loud. There was a lot of words being said, but not a lot of things being heard. And I think that combination just escalated the conversation and then turned into things that probably shouldn't have been said or said out of aggression.
Bro,
silly shit. I'm gonna fire back. It's simple as that.
Ain't nothing silly, bro. You a clown, bro. You a writer, bro. That's it. That's it.
And then turned into what I want to talk about primarily is the bet. All right, so there's a $1,000 bet between Clarence McSpadden and Benquil on who will place higher at the Olympia. And that, for me, I think that's pretty dope.
Make it to Olympia, because earlier you was popping shit like I was gonna do it. When I make it to Olympia, we'll do our bet. And here's the thing, wait, let me finish.
And if I don't make it, listen, if you make it, that's fine. If you make it, we got the bet on.
No, don't say if to me, bro. Don't, bro. You taking this shit crazy.
What you want me to say? That's reality.
Bro,
if you make it.
Let me do this shit. Don't say if. Don't say if I make it, bro. Don't catch no hands talking shit, bro.
What you talking about?
Like, stop playing with me, bro.
Catch hands.
Stop playing, bro. I'm telling you for real.
You talking
I'm
about
being for real, bro. I'm being for real.
And I'm being serious too. Take a shot. You didn't make it last year, so I said if you make it. You mad because I said if you make it?
You want to make the bet? I said if I don't make it to Olympia, I will pay you your bread. When I make it to Olympia.
No, I don't want that month. I want us to actually go against each other. So here we go. Check.
I know a lot of people in the comments. We had Raymond Endens, we had Emmanuel Hunter, Clarence McSpadden, obviously. We had Corey Morris. We had a lot of people weighing in, and it just made for such a entertaining aspect of Men's Physique. This is why I absolutely love Coach's Corner, and I hope they take it live on like YouTube or something so it can be streamed more consistently or at a higher view count potentially. But regardless, I think that this reminds me of old school bodybuilding. When people used to come on here and talk their shit. When people used to, say, no, fuck that, let's back it up, let's go head to head. I miss those days. I feel like that's when the Andre Ferguson, George Brown, that's why you might see their personality still being that lively. And it made me just kind of have that blast in the past to those Jeremy Buendia days, Andre Ferguson, Brandon Hendrickson, and there's a lot of shit talking being done. So at the end of the day, I want to make sure this is clear. This conversation, though it got escalated and is probably filled with emotion during that time, these guys are professionals. Nobody's throwing hands when they see each other. It's going to be nothing but respect. And don't get me wrong, they want to kick each other's asses on stage. But again, like I said, these guys are true professionals. And a lot of times you care about something so much, that emotion is going to come out, and sometimes come out in just aggression. But like I said, we've seen it happen from a lot of the top athletes in this industry and specifically in this division. And I think it's better for the sport. I think that what Ben is doing, I think what Clarence is doing, I think the knowledge between all these guys at the top level, I think it's heightened and it warrants for great entertainment. And let's be real, everybody who was watching, they were tuned in, they were locked in. But I'm curious to know, what do you guys think? Clarence McSpadden at his peak versus Benquil at his peak. Who is winning these shows? Like, let's put up a quick picture of Ben, where I believe he was at his best, whether it was Palmetto or where he placed third at the Pittsburgh Pro, which was a phenomenal look, versus Clarence McSpadden, which we all know his best look was the Texas Pro look, which was absolutely mind-blowing. So let me know what you guys think. Who's gonna win? Comment below. Clarence McSpadden, Benquil, who's taking home that $1,000 prize? Oftentimes in bodybuilding you hear 40 years old is the time when your body starts to decline or fight back against you. But in this case, for George Brown, being in his mid-40s and somehow looking better and better at every single show, it's safe to say that this man is coming for blood, and this man is bringing a package to the stage that personally, I have never seen of him. I don't think anybody has ever seen of him. This is going to be the best George Brown that we have ever seen. Here's a recent update from the man himself, sent to my DMs, and guys, like, there's no words to even be said. This is the best George Brown. He's full, he's conditioned, peeled to the gills, and this man has the different type of energy, and it's insane to see how a 43-year-old man is getting better and better with time. Again, like fine wine, baby. I'm so excited to see George Brown touch the stage, because I can tell you this much. If any athlete shows up a lesser version of the best version of themselves, George Brown will come in and kick the fucking door in. There's no question about it. Of the morning I am making this video, number 4 in the world, Emmanuel Hunter posts this update, and there's a lot of things that can be said. Emmanuel Hunter has the highest ceiling in this lineup. And when you have the highest ceilings, that has to be the best feeling, because it is in your hands on whether or not you win or you do not win. You bring your best, you win. You're off, you're gonna have people like George Brown and Clarence McSpadden, and potentially people like Dustin Alvarez and even more creep up ahead of you. We've seen it at the Arnold Classic, where he placed 6th, where he was off just a little bit, but Tyler Mannion said it in the wrap-up, where if he showed up how he did on finals, he would have been fighting for that top spot. So somebody off just a little bit at the top level is the difference between first and second call out. Emmanuel has had a long season and a long time competing with a very minimal downtime in between. And that leaves a little bit of concern for me. Emmanuel, again, has the most potential of anybody in this lineup, but as somebody who has competed multiple times in one season in a short duration time, my body was tired. And little things like your body absorbing nutrients, recovering, and mainly your mental state could truly lead you to a lesser version of yourself come stage time. And though I believe he's a professional, though I believe he is crossing his T's, his dotting his I's, it doesn't change the fact that your body physically might not just be adjusting or working as efficiently as it did when you are focusing and priming it for one specific perfect peak. For example, the way that he arrived at the Olympia. So with that being said, looking at this update, though I think he is phenomenal, I think he has the best structure on stage. I think he has amazing width, which is something that no matter what you do, you're not going to be able to take away from him. And even though I think he's going to have the best back on stage, I do want to see a little bit more detail throughout the midsection. He looks great in terms of fullness throughout the chest, shoulders, arms. He looks great. I want to see a little bit more, again, chiseled density throughout the back, because we all know he has the potential, and if not, even if it's off, he will have the best back on stage. But we all know his back has more potential. Like, there's more that can be gained there. And that's still a lot to be said, even though he has the best back on any given stage and any given time he technically steps on stage. So a lot of question marks for Emmanuel Hunter going into this show. And I don't know if this update gives me more confidence or more questions, but if he can pull it together, I'm a firm believer that he's going to be able to walk away with this show at a 90% version of himself. But the way that George Brown is looking, the way that Clarence McSpadden has been consistent throughout his entire career, you know, if they have a day of 100%, these guys can, without a doubt, jump somebody like Emmanuel Hunter, who might just be showing overall fatigue and, again, a lesser primed version of himself. So if you were to ask me who I believe are going to place in that top 3, there's no question that it's Emmanuel Hunter, Clarence McSpadden, and George Brown. Now, what order? That's where things get hard, you know, because truly on any given Saturday, any of these guys could beat each other. Now, the easy answer on paper is Emmanuel Hunter. The highest ceiling, he nailed his look at the Olympia, and if he brings that version or the final version of him at the Arnold UK or just the Arnold Ohio, he's winning. George Brown, man, he's been looking insane, and I haven't seen this level of confidence in him in a long time. And I think confidence speaks volumes, because that means you know. I had confidence going into the show that I won, that qualified me for the Olympia. I knew this was the best version of me, and George knows it too. And Clarence, he doesn't lack confidence. I mean, if you watch Coach's Corner, you know he does not lack confidence, and he's showing up.
Bro, don't catch no hands talking shit, bro.
He's Mr. Consistent, even though I think he needs to bring a little bit more back emphasis and just overall width in terms of structure. I think that's the only thing holding him back. I think a long offseason for Clarence would do him wonders. I'm gonna go out on a limb here, man. I'm gonna go out on a limb. And as much as I love Emmanuel Hunter, I see George Brown bringing home the first place Charlotte Pro victory. Second place going to Emmanuel Hunter. Third place going to Clarence McSpadden. And who knows, I'm gonna see some updates here in the next couple days. My whole predictions might change, but from what I've been seeing from George Brown, I have him taking home that #1 spot as of now. But with that being said, I'm just gonna have my popcorn ready come Saturday, because this is gonna be one hell of a show. And something that I wanna start doing on this channel is giving love to some young guns who are trying to climb the ranks and earn their IFBB Pro cards. But before they do so, if they're still putting in that work, they're still making some noise, they're still looking good, I wanna make sure that I give them some motivation by giving an Amateur of the Week award out. And soon, once we launch the board short company, I wanna start sending some board shorts out to some of these amateurs. But for now, we're just gonna give them some praise. First Amateur of the Week award goes out to Jan, and yes, you heard it right, he is based out of China, and this man is 3 weeks out from stepping on stage looking absolutely dialed. Now, I've heard it time and time again, Asians, they don't have the best back. I think Jan is completely reformed his back to a point where it is almost a strong point compared to the rest of his physique. And it's crazy to think that this physique is not already pro ready. Here's a video of Jan standing next to a pro in the IFBB and giving him a run for his money. And in just 3 weeks, I am confident that he is going to earn his pro card. And I had the pleasure of coaching him throughout this entire process to earn it. And again, this man has just been locked in, dialed in, and what's really unique about our situation, he speaks no English whatsoever. So we just simply communicate, whether it's through a translator or through the iPhone translating app that allows us to translate from Mandarin or Chinese to English. So it's been a challenge, but it's also been one hell of a rewarding feeling and transformation for me as a coach, but more importantly, seeing this man transform as an athlete is all the just due it deserves. But let's be real, he looks insane. Let's give him some love. Jan, you look amazing. He doesn't have an Instagram. He doesn't watch these YouTube videos, but it does not matter, because again, just want to give some love to the people who truly deserve it. Now, I am not too up to date with those who are competing as amateurs right now. I'll be paying very close attention now that we are starting to do this. So please comment below. Let me know who is an amateur that I need to keep my eye on. If it's you, let me know. Comment your Instagram name. I'm gonna check you guys out. And again, we might do one week, we might do two another week, but regardless, we're gonna show some love to the amateurs who are doing everything they can do to earn that IFBB Pro ranking. So with that being said, I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. I cannot thank you guys enough. I am a fan of men's physique before. I was an athlete of men's physique, so I love doing these videos. And again, anybody who I ever do any kind of commentary or breakdown of, I'm a massive fan of them in its totality. So with that being said, we have some big shows coming up. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you in the next video. Peace.